Mina. Thank you
Wait,
so
no.
much for coming on the show.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Absolutely. How are you today? And maybe you can tell people about yourself a little bit.
Yeah, I'm very fine actually because yesterday we had a concert and it's been a while for me and I'm very excited and very tired, but it's great. Yeah, I'm the vocalist of a heavy metal band called Bronze, and I'm here to talk about my career. Yeah.
Yeah. And you have many other talents too.
Yeah, my main thing is music and as a singer, but I do a lot of stuff. I'm always trying new things and experimenting. Yeah.
Hopefully we get to talk about everything because I think
Mm-hmm.
it's so cool how many talents you have. When did you first realize that you loved metal music and you wanted to create more of it?
Oh, I think this is a common answer for most of us because it's Iron Maiden. Yeah, when I discovered Iron Maiden, yeah, basically I was on the internet like a young self of myself, and somebody sent me Blood Brothers from Brave New World, and back in those days, I was experimenting with some music and trying to illegally download as much music as I could and finding my niche. And then that song came to me, and it was like, okay, that's it. I'm sold. This is the rest of my life. And I basically decided my whole future based on that song.
That's amazing. It
Hmm.
was the same album for me, actually.
Yeah, I guess we are about the same age, so it hits close.
Yeah, it's like you're like a young teenager when it's released, if we are the same age.
Yeah,
And I remember the first one I heard from that album was Wicker Man.
yeah,
And I
a
really
classic.
liked the movie, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, there's a band that's making music about like things I love." And then
Hmm.
Bruce Dickinson's lyrics about history and also literature are
Yeah,
like super exciting. So
yeah.
yeah, that's so
It's a good
cool.
start because they are fucking nerdy. So it's a good. It's not like cheesy, basic. It's Iron Maiden.
Yeah, it's
Mm,
perfect.
yeah.
Um, if your music were a movie soundtrack, what would it be about?
Oh, I love this question because it's fucking hard. Um, there is. I will not write in a script, but I know that it will be something very made in a very 80s way with that campy vibe because that's me basically. But also that dark fantasy that was practiced on that decade is amazing. So it will be something like Highlander, for example, mixed with Mad Max 2. That type of dark atmosphere, very gritty and grimy and nasty, honestly, but also merging with pop culture of the living age at that moment. So
Mhm.
something in those terms. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. I'm like trying to imagine watching a scene from that movie with the bronze single that's been released playing.
Yeah. I mean that, for example, that song Realm of the Dam is inspired also in real life and real events, a bit of fantasy and mythology practice over that real experiences, but also in movies like The Warriors or a type of movies that were made in Spain in the 70s and 80s called Cine Kinky, which is very marginal neighborhoods that were um, basically drug addicts and very bad ambience. And yeah, so yeah, because I was living in a neighborhood like that. That was back in the day, that type of neighborhood. And yeah, so I mix reality movies and fantasy and all of that, and I try to hide it. Yeah.
We need to find someone who is a music video director, and we'll watch this channel and listen to everyone's answers to that question and just make these music videos for us. Make us
Yeah, please make it happen. I
please
will
don't
love
make
that. Yeah.
yeah, don't make us plan it though. Please just do it for us. Okay, if you could play a world tour with any three bands alive today, who would you choose? And is there any city you would like to play most of all?
uh, No, I mean, I don't have any choice for neither bands or cities because I want to play everywhere with anyone, honestly. I just want to bring my music to the world. But of course, it hits home. The first option is my boys of Blaze on Stone. I want to tour with them. I'm going to tour with them. Yeah, that's an easy answer. I love Visigoth and Air Raid, for example. and I would love to share stages with them because they are very promising. They are on the younger generation, even if they've been on a long-term career. But yeah, yeah, I will choose those names because it's the future.
Ooh, okay, yeah. I like all of those bands, and especially I like Blazing Stone. And you
Yeah,
worked with Cedric Forsberg, right?
yeah, yes.
Um,
And I also write lyrics for the band.
oh, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I heard Bronze, I heard Blazing Stone, and I heard Vipera, and every time I thought, "Wow, who produced this?" And I kept finding that it was the same person. Same.
Yeah, he's an amazing producer. He's very versatile because those bands, um, especially Vipera, goes a bit out of the sound that we have, and he nails everything. He knows exactly what every band that is working every project needs and handles it in a amazing way. Yeah, he's a fucking pro, the
Well,
best.
he's very lucky to work with you because your singing is amazing and
Thank
totally
you,
unique. Yeah, nobody else sounds like you.
thank you.
I guess like the only person that's even close is Marta Gabriel, and there is nothing wrong with that, right?
Yeah, she's a good singer.
Yeah. But yeah, I love this idea of what you named for the tour. And there's no particular city if you could go anywhere.
I mean, I want to go everywhere. Obviously, the first choices are Europe because I'm from Spain. I'm living in Sweden. So we make the perfect sandwich to conquer all Europe. I want
Yeah.
to believe so, but I want to go everywhere. Anywhere that I have a space or a stage to go and play my music, I'm going to be there. I've been playing on dark alleys or bad rehearsal rooms or opening concerts on any place that I could. So any stage is going to work for me, even if it's just in a dumpster.
You bring the party. I love it.
Yeah.
What part of Sweden are you living in?
I'm in Gävle.
Oh, okay. I
Mm,
sometimes live in Göteborg
uh-huh.
half a year. So
Yeah,
sometimes I'll go get some food or something.
cool.
Um, so looking back, what was a big decision you made that turned out to be a great choice?
I think I'm proud of every decision, good and bad, because it led me to the moment where I am and is where I want to be and is the door to the future. So I don't regret anything. But the best decision is to get away from toxic people that were uh, trying to cut me down, putting bad thoughts, trying to live my life. If you have any type of person on your life that is behaving that way, get away. It's the best that you can do because they don't have a space in anyone's life.
No, that is good advice. Definitely protect your dreams.
Yeah.
Um, what's a performance memory that you'll never forget?
Ah. Oh, the first time that I saw that people were actually singing along with my songs, because I was not expecting that, because we had an EP, and I was expecting nobody knowing the songs. Just there's this funny thing that happens in concerts that some people are mimicking and trying to move the mouth like a puppet, and it's very cute, and I love the enthusiasm because they're trying, but sometimes it's like, this is a new song and they don't get that line, and they are like pretending to know the songs. But the first time that I noticed that they were actually singing the real lyrics, it was like, oh, they know my lyrics. And I felt validated.
Oh, wow, that's amazing. Wow.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that when they're being a puppet, they're probably just a little drunk and having a good time.
Yeah, probably, but it's super cute. It's like, wow, thank you, because I feel the support anyway. It's like you are trying. I love it.
Yeah, exactly. That's beautiful. Um, okay, and do you have any new announcements for us?
Oh, we have an upcoming album. The date is not decided yet. Probably going to be on spring of this year. Under the title of In Chains and Shadows. Probably, I think early May, but I'm not sure because we are handling. It's a self-produced album. We are doing everything ourselves, from the artwork, art, designs, anything involved with recording, music production with Cedric, who is amazing. We are working long distance because my brother is a bass player and is in Spain, and we are taking care of the physical copies as well, promo and everything. So we are improvising a bit because it's a bit chaotic to prepare a whole campaign, honestly. and I hope there will be details soon. But at least I can give you a title and a estimated date.
Yeah, that's more than we deserve. It's a lot of pressure to be asked like when you get something new. But
Yeah, yeah. I wish I could, but it's the plans are changing all the time. And just the other day, I was finishing the booklet for real because I was checking everything again to see that there was no mistakes. There were many mistakes, and now it's like talking with the pressing company and back and forth, and it's like, how do I do this? So
oh,
yeah,
but you've done a lot of layouts for many bands, right?
yeah. I've been doing a lot, especially like some years ago. I was very active on that when I was living in Spain. I had contact with some small labels that were making a lot of uh, compilations, I will say. They were, yeah, they were compilations of obscure bands, mostly from Spain, from the 80s or stuff like that, and some reissues. And I was handling the layout. There was not much creativity put on my side because they I was playing by the rules, and there were not my artworks or stuff like that. But it was fun, and it was a nice project, especially. Actually, the part that I enjoyed the most of those layouts projects is that I got to restore a lot of cool photos from back in the day that were completely destroyed, and that was super fun because I was bringing them to life.
Oh, I think that's a great service that a lot of people should know about, that you have that skill set to be able to do that. There's a lot of
Yeah, I
people
mean they
that
were not asking for it, but I'm very nerdy and I'm very detail oriented, so I was trying my best to do my little artistic part when I was not requested to. But yeah.
you couldn't help yourself. That's
Yeah, I was like, I don't care. I'm going to put my best here.
yeah. Okay, so where can we listen to your music and how can we follow what you do?
Oh, we are in Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, even Threads. I joined Threads recently. I don't know how it works. Either by Bronze Band Official, something like that, or myself, Mina Walkure, and I'm posting regularly. And we also have a Patreon. It used to be my space where I was sharing um, my adventures and creativity and stuff and all the projects. But I realized since I'm basically doing everything for Bronze, yeah, I decided to share space, and we are there as well.
Oh, great. So that's a super direct way to support you while you're working on.
Yeah, it's super helpful because as I said, we are 100% independent band. So any income is very much appreciated. Oh, we are also on Spotify, Bandcamp. We have our own website. So yeah, we have two web stores, Bandcamp and the web store.
I don't think that I got to look at the Bronze website yet. I'm excited to check that
Mhm.
out. I love seeing metal bands' websites. It's
I'm very
kind of
old
like,
school.
yeah, it is
'Cause-
very old school. It's kind of like going into the metal archives and
yeah, we
people.
don't have a space yet on Metal Archives because we don't have this is I'm going to relieve my frustration here because
Oh,
we used to have we changed name for the band. We were called Cramp, and this year it was announced the name change finally. And because Metal Archives has these rules that when a band changes name, it's considered a new band, which is not this case. They create a brand new profile, and because we don't have a full length released yet, the profile is not out, but I know it's there on the making, and it's like, please, I want it here because I'm super nerdy on Metal Archives. It's my most visited website. I'm all day like checking bands, and I want my profile.
yeah, yeah, totally. And
Mm,
I received some advice from a music marketing coach about looking up um, these sort of genres on this new website. I can't remember what it's called right now, but it doesn't matter because it's
uh-huh.
not very effective for metal. And it's
Okay.
like to check how like pop music or new releases fall under these genres, and that Spotify builds algorithms based on this. But
Yeah.
if you go to try to use it for any metal, it doesn't work at
Oh,
all.
send it to me. I want to know because another I love all these type of things. I love marketing strategies. I love learning more about the industry and everything. I'm like all the time. So I want more information.
Sure, I'll find it on Instagram and I'll send it to you. And
Awesome. Thank you.
yes, of course. Yeah, I do think that Metal Archives works better because you can be like, you could be like, oh, folk prog or something like that, and like only Metal Archives community understands what that is. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, you can be the nichest niche band and yeah.
and the more niche, the better for me, honestly. I
Yeah.
We have some awesome musicians that will be on this show later that are doing very niche combinations of sound. But we have to talk about marketing more in the future because I think it's so much fun.
Yeah,
And so,
I love it, and there's not enough people talking about marketing, and it's one of my special interests. I'm checking all the time. Like I need to learn more how to see all things, to tags and hidden things, and it's yeah, because I need to promote my band and put it out there. And yeah,
well, I guess something interesting that I've been thinking about this week about marketing, and I love talking about it here on this channel because I know lots of metal girls are watching this channel, and I
mm-hmm.
like helping our community.
Yeah,
So I did mention this in a previous episode, but um, right now for musicians like you, if you have like, I'm not sure how many followers you have on Instagram, but like maybe you have like 6 or 9,000 or something like that, and
oh,
that's
I
actually,
wish
oh
we
well.
are a bit yeah, because also there's this tricky thing with social media that this is related with the website thing that I was talking about is I always encourage bands to have their own space, like a website or a mail list or something like that, because you never know when social media is going to fail.
Mhm,
And some time ago, it was quite recently, during the pandemic years, our Instagram profile or older one crashed. So we had to start again.
mhm,
And then it's low compared to the numbers that we used to have. And on Facebook, when we were trying to change the name to the current one, it was a fucking nightmare. It was announced around August, maybe July, September. I don't know. It was during the summer, I think. And since then, I've been trying to change the name, uh, getting in touch with Facebook, and it was cramp all over the place. And then it was allowed to be cramp bronze, and it's like, no, that's not the name of the band. And it was confusing, and we lost many opportunities. Facebook cut completely the reach.
mhm,
We are very fucked up on that area, and it's basically a shadow banning here.
mhm,
And I don't know how to handle this on Facebook because it's a complicated task now. It's
mhm.
rerunning completely the page so it understand that it's a new one and bring people back. And whenever it's exposing the post actually to the audience, it's getting a good result. So it's not the audience, it's the fucking Facebook algorithm, and we cannot do
Yeah,
anything. So it's important to have a space private for the bands so followers can go there and stay tuned. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely. And you never know when you'll be deplatformed, and you'll never know why you're deplatformed or what you may be deplatformed for. And it can happen on any social media platform. So you're totally right. The website is very important. The mailing list is very important. So everybody who is fans of a band, please sign up for your band's mailing lists,
Yeah.
so that you don't lose touch. Also, I don't find, because of the algorithms, like I don't find out that like a band that I want to see is about to play, or like even
Yeah.
Spotify is not giving me the information as well as a mailing list does. It's just the best.
Mm. Yeah.
So, but about like followers and the algorithm and how it reaches people and especially new people. Let's say there's a band that has like 500 followers, but every single person who follows that band page loves that band, and they
Yeah.
engage with everything and they respond to the stories and all of this. And then there's a band that has like 50,000 followers, but that band also posts pictures of like their car a lot, for example. Then maybe all like half of their followers are car lovers. So if they post something about their music, they don't get any likes from the car lovers. So the
Yeah.
algorithm pushes it down. And then if they try to boost their post, which is also about to be a huge mess,
Yeah.
um, the boosted post might go entirely to the car people. So you, as a band, you should actually go through your followers list and make sure that your followers are people that are there for your music.
Yeah.
Even your aunt who loves dogs shouldn't follow you if she doesn't love your music.
It
So
has to be said. Oh, I love that you're talking about this because it's so important. It's better to have less and is concentrated in quality than having a. And this is what many profiles, not only musicians, doesn't understand that followers doesn't mean anything. If you are having, let's say, even if they are real, because we know that there are many ghost followers out there, the reach is going to decrease, and the spread and the word to mouth and everything is going to decrease as well, and it's not beneficial. The
Mhm.
power is to have a dedicated people that is there because they really care about your product. That's why because you were saying, and I guess you have this type of issue as well because you do a lot of stuff. It's very hard to keep things separate and tidy because some people may not be interested in, let's say, paintings,
Mhm.
and I don't know when to post my artist stuff. um, and I try to create different profiles, but it's like, should I maybe it- it's so diverse because the layout thing maybe not doesn't fit, uh, or whatever I'm doing, or chainmail or whatever I'm doing, maybe it's not interesting for people that are following me for my band. And that's why branding is so important. So if you are concentrated in promoting your music, create a whole universe that makes sense for people that are interested in that,
Yeah,
and expand it little by little. It's very complicated, but
yeah, definitely. Like your band page has to be active and separate. There was something else. Um, yeah, it is hard, I guess, to be multi-talented like you are. Like many of the women that come on the show are, a lot of the girls are doing a lot of different things.
mm,
And to reduce yourself feels so sad.
yeah, it's super frustrating. I saw some interviews that you already had with super talented people, and some that are coming, and I know that there are insanely talented in so many areas that is like, how the fuck do you handle everything and make it coherent?
Yeah.
Because there are some talents that doesn't have to do anything with each other, and keeping the audience engaged is so hard.
Yeah, and then like if you build like a multifaceted audience for the different parts that you do, not only is it going to negatively affect your algorithm, it's also not going to translate at all to Spotify. Like there are
Yeah.
bands out there where members have like, hundreds of thousands of Instagram followers or millions of TikTok followers, and then they have like less than 10,000 plays on Spotify.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, and that's fine. Like, if you just want to be very visible, that is a worthy goal. But if you want to, like, have Spotify pay you, then, like,
Yeah.
just adjust for
That's
your goals.
that's another topic very interesting because you usually see everyone sees people complaining about Spotify payments, and it's like, well, I'm checking your numbers, and by the mathematics, you should get a decent amount of income because I see my incomes, and if I compare and I do just some quickie maths, it should be a substantial amount.
Mm-hmm.
But because the listeners are not there, or fake, or not invested, or not real followers, it doesn't translate to them. And it's sad. It's very sad. Also, we are not going to get into the labels getting cuts and all of that. That's another topic for another day, maybe.
On a positive note, it's better for, it's more supportive still for fans to subscribe to your Spotify and be
Mm.
a monthly listener and just put your music in their morning playlist than it is for them to play the vinyl at home on their record player.
Yes, yes, because
Every time you
this.
listen to the vinyl, they get zero, but every time you listen to Spotify, they
Yeah,
get band.
thank you for bringing this because I'm a big fan of physical media. I work as a designer, and I love holding the copies, and I'm a nerd. I've been collecting physical records since I was a kiddo, and I love that. But we live in 2024, So I'm also a nerd. I love my computer. It's part of my extended body, and I cannot live without it. So it's so important to have technology present in the day. And yeah, these old school people in are like, oh, but if you buy a vinyl or a T-shirt or something, you are paying the artist for real, and they can have so much money compared to a monthly Spotify payment. And it's like, every time that you're listening on Spotify, you're paying me.
Yeah, yeah.
Please listen on Spotify. If you want to hold your copy, fine. I love you. Thank you. 20 euros that I have, or whatever it comes. But Spotify keeps bringing more. And if you're listening, that, as you say, it's growing, and it may bring new people that will not buy a copy, but every cent is counting on Spotify. My account is growing, and I need to eat.
Yeah,
So yeah,
totally. It's yeah, so subscribe to the Spotify's, and once again, like, put it in your daily playlist. Like, I think that you know that I have the Watum Girls playlist, and it's
yeah. Of course, I saw it and I was
on there.
hearting. Of course,
Yeah,
I'm new to making a playlist myself, and it's like, wow, I enjoy this because it brings light to other bands, but also to myself. Let's be honest. And I've
you can
been
try
sleeping
to help
on,
others.
yeah, I've been sleeping on the whole Spotify actual neurology, let's say. I was just putting my music there, but I was not paying much attention to how it works as a social media. And it's amazing because you can share so much and spread the word. And it's not only about Spotify itself, because most of the audio comes from a distribution company like DistroKid or whatever.
Mhm.
And if that music is available there, you can use it on Instagram, on TikTok, or whatever, and you can still make those artists make some extra income. And it's very juicy
Yeah,
because it's super little, but everything counts.
yeah,
And
yeah,
yeah,
and it's like, yeah, it's like a daily. Well, I guess Spotify doesn't pay daily, but it comes together.
yeah.
So many other things.
Every little grain of sand is going to make the desert bigger. So yeah.
Um, well, we could definitely keep talking about marketing, and maybe we should. Maybe we should schedule another interview. And
Oh, anytime you want. I love the topic.
yeah, let's bring a whole bunch of marketing stuff to an interview, and it'll be our special. Ooh,
Yes, please.
maybe we can make it like a couple people, and we can bring some others who are good at music marketing,
Yeah,
or something.
that's a great idea.
Yeah. Oh. So, all right, now we're gonna play a game.
Mm-hmm.
Very easy, and it's not Spotify, but
Uh-huh.
anyway,
Oh,
you have to
we
pick
get to
one of
choose.
two.
I choose Patty here. Yeah.
Okay. And what do you like about Patti Smith?
It's mostly because I'm not that much into Amy Winehouse.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, so my choice will be Patty this time.
She's a great songwriter, and she's
Mm?
a bird lady. Very important.
Yeah.
Okay. What is she?
Mm. Is that Cher?
Can you go share?
Yeah. Of course, I'm sure.
You
Yeah.
you
Do
sort
you
of
know that
her
there's
hair.
people out there comparing me with Cher,
Well,
and
you
I'm very proud of that.
yeah, you have the hair.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, and I make
You're
parodies and stuff. Yeah.
like lithe and
Yeah, I love Cher. She's a fucking icon, and she's a yeah.
amazing and still out there doing her thing. Unstoppable.
Yeah. Santa, no doubts.
Easy.
Yeah, Spanish proud here.
And Attack is
I
not,
don't know that band.
they're not female fronted, but they have a female drummer. And so
Okay,
they can play.
I will check it. But yeah, Santa for forever. It's one of my favorite bands. Azucena is fucking iconic. I love her.
Do
Yeah.
you have a favorite Santa track?
Oh yeah, Al lado del diablo. Please, that is so underrated because everyone goes with Resurrección. No, Al lado del diablo. Please. Yes, I'd be forever.
And this is sealed, this copy.
Ooh,
Yeah.
nice.
I got it in Mexico.
I got to on one of those layouts. There was a compilation that included a band that she had before Santa. I don't
Mm,
remember the name. What's Huracan? I think it was, or something like that. And it was just a couple of tracks, and it was cool, cool stuff.
Yeah, share the name with me after the
Yeah.
interview, and I'll put it
Oh,
in.
and I will send you some stuff that she did way before because she was not a metalhead. She ended up singing in a metal band, but she had this amazing track that has this 70s vibe and it's so weird and it doesn't make sense, but it's amazing. Yeah.
That sounds very exciting to me. I love a good 70s
Yeah.
rock band. Oh, I'll have to send you some. So, like in a lot of 1970s horror movies, they always seem to have like a band that performs in a vampire club or
Yeah.
something.
Oh, I love that.
I know,
But so
right?
it's so campy. Yeah, I love that.
and and like sometimes their bands are amazing. So this week
Yeah.
I've just been watching so many of these I'm watching this one channel called Newcastle After Dark, and just tons of great stuff like that in it. Next round,
Oh, Coven. Yeah, no doubt.
Coven. Yes, the queen.
Yeah, representing. Yeah.
I was talking about her recently, and I just wanted to bring up this other fun fact about Jinx that I think is really cool. Um, you know, I think it was her drummer's name. Honestly, I always forget the name.
Aussie, the Aussie guy.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
always
I
forget
love
the
that.
name.
And that is such a everything is related with Black Sabbath somehow, with their horns and everything. It's so
Yeah, exactly what I wanted to talk about was that you know, when this album was taken out of rotation and you couldn't buy it in California because of the Manson murders and that connection to the Satanic Panic, just like
mm-hmm.
the recent tour. Um, it was dishelved, and then over in the UK there was a band called the Polka Tulk Blues Band.
Mm-hmm.
When this was deshelved, they changed their name to one of the tracks from the song. They changed their name to Black Sabbath, and the lead singer changed his name to Ozzy Osbourne.
Oops.
She's the queen. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. All right. How about these two?
Now I will go with Yarn just because I'm not that familiar with her, but you know, Diamonds and Rust is a reference. Judas Priest reinvented the track and they did it very passionate and yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm going with her because I don't know any of those.
I do love that song by John Baez as well, and I totally learned of it from Judas Priest also. This band Fairport Convention, there are two songs that they do called Maddie Groves
Mm-hmm.
and Tom Lynn that are it's like a late '60s, early '70s band, but these two songs we gotta cover them. We gotta record covers of these two Fairport
Cool,
Convention
cool.
songs because they are just like screaming to be metal covers.
Uh-huh. Nice.
But one last thing today,
Yeah.
we have sponsors. We have promoters for this channel.
Ooh.
One is Bellatrix Armor.
Now, Luna. Then
Yes.
oh, I actually you now that we mentioned Luna, I made her a hand painted vest with the Santa logo, and
Oh,
it
that's
was such a fun
amazing.
experience. Yeah,
Oh my
because
gosh.
I was so excited because he was like, "Ah, he was
Yeah,
a blast.
it all comes around.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she gives our viewers free shipping and discounted international shipping. So for anyone in Sweden or Spain or Germany or Mexico or anywhere else, you can get discounted shipping if you send her a DM and you say JGRG, Joe Gamel's Rock Goddesses.
Go and support.
Yes, and she supports us. And
Yeah.
also, Strings by Aurora, they'll be tagged in this video as well. And they are a string company that endorses me, and they make strings for guitars and bass in really cool, fun colors. I have hot pink ones because I like to
I
remind
saw them.
that I'm a
They are
girl.
very, very visible.
I don't know. I can't help it. I love them. So yeah, so that's some stuff to shop. Is there anybody that you would like to throw out there? Anyone that you want to promote? A girl that makes anything?
I
Sorry,
don't
it's like
know.
a surprise
I'm
question.
blank now. Yeah, I don't know. Because you just talked about Luna, and it's the last thing that my brain is retaining.
What about what you're working on with your chainmail?
What?
What about your creations, your own craft?
Oh, well, right now I'm not making chainmail for sale because I'm focusing more into the music because back then I used to do a lot of stuff for others and it was taking time. I take some commissions from time to time for art or layouts or graphic designs, t-shirt designs, some stuff like that, but not much at the moment. I'm really focused on the music department.
Okay, well, thank you again for coming. And it was so exciting when you said yes. And I'm definitely going to hit you up again for a
Yeah,
special
anytime.
music marketing episode. And I'll send you lots of things that we
Yes,
talked about.
please.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you for having me. Bye.
Welcome.